one of these panels here along the stall walls here, and I might ask him to stop. When I ask him to stop, his natural inclination is going to be one to put his head up. So at that point, what I'm going to say to him is, hey, put your head down. As soon as he starts going, put his head down again, I'm going to ask him to go forward again. I might ask him to do it while he's walking down the rail here a little bit. All right. If he tries to stop while you're asking him to do this, just use your spot 2 on your inside leg and just go ahead and say, keep going forward. All right. So bring our inside rein up, outside rein back, and we'll wait right there. As soon as he drops his head, I'll let him go and just let him walk out. We'll continue this process over and over again until we get to the point where each time we pick up those reins, he's doing exactly what we're asking him to do, and that is to put your head down when you're asked to do that. When that pressure in your mouth is exerted on that bit, the pressure of that bit is exerted on your mouth, then you go ahead and put your head back down. And I'll just continue to do this over and over and over again, and just picking up the reins and dropping it, picking up the reins and dropping it. I'm looking for him to just be responsive to that bit pressure, okay? Now, once we get to the point where he's really doing this pretty well, like he's doing now, which is great, okay? And he might have a little bit of, there we go. Then we'll go ahead and just turn to the inside of the arena, make a little turn to the right. I'm just keep using my rein in timing with that leg, okay? And that'll also help him to drop that head down. All right, and we'll go back to that rail. Maybe ask him to stop. I'm gonna ask him to stop really slowly here, so hopefully he don't bring his head up. He did, that's okay. He's gonna learn very quickly to drop his head right back down again when we ask him to go forward. Okay? So ask him to stop. Put your head down. If he brings his head up right when we're stopped, we'll just go ahead and stop the process with, hey, put your head back down here where it belongs. That's all I'm looking for you to do. Good boy. Okay? All right. And we'll continue doing this over and over again. Maybe I'll even turn to the left this time and go on the left side and just kind of change it up on him a little bit here and say, you know what, this left rein means to do the exact same thing as that right rein does. All right? And some horses are going to be a little bit stiffer on one side or the other, a little less responsive on one side or the other. And most times, most horses are a little better on the left side than the right side, just because of the way things work. But we're going to continue doing this, keep getting Pistol Pete here working and putting his head down. And so when we come back from break, I'll continue working with him and showing some different exercises you can do to get your horse a little better under saddle. So we'll be right back. You guys stick around. Have you lost control? Do you wish there was a set of simple steps you could take to regain back the trust you've lost in your horse? Well, there is. It's my Basic Control DVD. This DVD has all the elements necessary for achieving control and gaining back the trust you've lost. Basic Control has 6 fundamental parts. Each part is designed to give you a better understanding of your horse. I know you've been longing for a special relationship, and here's where it starts. Go to RyanGingrich.com. Get control, gain the trust you desire, and make that special connection. So get my Basic Control DVD now.
Get the very best step-by-step guide to helping you and your horse. Get Ryan's new book called Beyond a Whisper. No matter the issues you face, nationally acclaimed equine behaviorist Ryan Gingrich has over 20 years of horse training and encapsulated it in one book called Beyond a Whisper. Years of horse training experience, methods based in science and not old-fashioned cowboy tricks. Real help with proven results. Order Ryan's new book now and save. Order online at RyanGingrich.com.
I'm Wayne Blevins, founder of E3 Live for Horses. I'm here with Ryan Gingrich, the behaviorist. I gave Ryan some of my product. How did it do, Ryan?
Wayne, you know, I started feeding your product about the same time we diagnosed my horse Dylan with white line disease in both hind feet. In fact, it was so bad I could get my finger in between his hoof wall. After just a few months of feeding your product, I noticed a marked change in growth and overall health of his foot.
It's good for the hooves and it's good for the whole health of the horse.
Yeah, you know, I agree.
The best way to achieve maximum success with your horse is through personal attention and training. Join the Connection Club right now to get personal horse training and the attention you deserve. Each month, Ryan Gingrich talks to club members on the phone and answers your questions live. You will get access to all his shows live on your computer. Plus, you get a DVD each month shot by Ryan for club members only. Sign up today online at RyanGingrich.com. Join today.
Welcome back. Again, I'm back here with Pistol Pete, and we're working on head down cue. So the next thing we're going to talk about is transitioning from a walk to a trot, back to a walk, making sure that his head doesn't come up during those transitional periods. And then we're going to talk about circles and figure eights and all sorts of different stuff, just different exercises you can do with your horse to make sure that you're getting this, you're basically proofing what you're doing at the walk is going to work at the trot, and so on and so forth. So very first thing we're going to do is just ask him to go forward here, okay? Looking for him to stay with the head down cue. And we'll probably let's do circles first, because that makes more sense to go from there to where we were here. So the very first thing we're going to do with a circle basically is just like we were doing a little earlier, is that walking off the rail here, and we're using our timing with the leg. Each time that foot comes forward, we're picking up that rein, looking for him to drop that head in, and bringing that nose closer to his chest. If he starts getting a little resistant right there, okay, I'm going to hold on to him and wait till he drops it back down again. And just each time that I pick that rein up, I want him to respond correctly to that rein pressure. Maybe when I'm out here, I'll just do a complete circle from around in a circle here, off the rail, out in the middle of the arena, and I can just practice this. Sometimes the best thing to do is just go ahead and just put a cone out in the middle of the arena there, and just ride around that cone, just making sure that you're staying in a nice pretty circle around that cone, that you're not falling out or going in and all that kind of stuff. All right, so once we come back onto the rail here, I'm going to change the directions and try it the other way. Okay, and this way was a little bit harder for him to do at this point. So pick up that inside rein, ask him to turn to the left, ask him to turn to the left. All right, and if we're getting a little bit of resistance there, I might choke up on the reins just a little bit and say, hey, why don't you bring your head just a little bit more over to that inside, bring your nose a little bit closer to your chest there. There you go. And bring it on down. Okay, good boy. Now, once we've done that for a little while, and we're getting that again 5 to 7 times correctly, if we've done that 100 times over, then we can move on to the next piece. The next piece would be basically transitions from a walk to a trot, a little faster walk, a little slower walk, all that kind of good stuff. So let's just start out here by saying, let's slow down a little bit. Okay, each time I slow down, he's going to want to go ahead and put his head up. So this gives me the opportunity then to say, no, that's not the correct response. I want you to walk slow, but I want you to walk slow with your head just in a nice low position. All right, and then I want you to kind of speed up your legs just a little bit. In that transition, when I'm asking them to go a little faster, I might go ahead and just say, okay, put your head down. Put your head down. All right, there we go. A little bit faster there, buddy. Okay, that's a little too fast. There we go, come on. All right, good. Kept his head low that time in that transition from a little faster walk to a little, almost like a little kind of working trot. And hold on to this pressure right here for just a second till he drops his head back down again. Okay, when I start to see his head drop, okay, I'm just going to say release the pressure at that point. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, and the faster the feet go, the slower your hands got to move. All right? Because it's going to take longer for that horse to think through what you're asking him to do and balance himself and you on his back. Okay? And also stay in that frame that you're asking him to stay in. Now, your outside rein is going to kind of dictate how fast you go. If I want him to slow down even more, I just add a little outside pressure there and say, slow down.